Okay, so this is the problem definition. Today I'm going to solve another problem. So this is the problem definition. Determine the stresses in each uh, in various segments of the circular bar shown in figure. So first one, compute the total elongation. Second one, find the stresses in each segment. Take E is equal to 195 gigapascal. The given sketch as well here. Okay, so what are the things given here? So determine the stresses in various segment of the circular bar. The bar given here, it is circular bar, okay, shown in figure. Compute total elongation. Then that is nothing but what is the total change in length in this segment. We have to, that is overall section, we have to find out. Find the stresses in each segment. That is, so here they are not given segment. So see here, this is going to be one section, this is going to be second section, this is going to be third section. So in each segment, each section, you have to find out what are the stresses generated. So okay, so here loads as well as the diameters also given. See here, diameter of first section is given 20 mm, second section 25 mm, third section 15 mm. Load, so I have not mentioned it here. Here it is 100 kilonewton. Okay, here again 300 kilonewton, 250 kilonewton, again P4. This is unknown. This value is not given in the problem. Again, length of each section is also given. How to find out this one? How to find out? So, how to find out means, if I want this section in equilibrium position, that is nothing but idu move agbardu akade ikade andre, so then right hand side forces, whatever the roads or loads which are acting right side, that is right side which are acting right to your segment, is equal to which are acting left to your segment. ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಲೋಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್? 1, again 2. Okay, so I will write here. So for equilibrium, okay, right hand side forces is equal to left hand side forces. That is nothing but left hand side forces is equal to right hand forces. What are the left hand forces? 100. Then after that, see, 250. Okay, 100 plus 250. Summation of right hand forces is equal to right hand side forces, left hand side forces is equal to summation of right hand side forces. Right hand side forces 300 is there, then again P4 is there. So 300 plus P4, only unknown is P4. So calculate P4. P4 is equal to how much? After calculation you are going to get 50, that is 50 kilonewton. Okay, so again Young's modulus is given here 195. Young's modulus E is equal to 195 gigapascal. Okay, so each and every dimension, it is in terms of mm, length, diameter, everything is in mm. So we have to convert this one, it is in terms of which is in terms of gigapascal, that we have to convert into Newton per mm square. Then E is equal to giga nothing but 195, giga nothing but 10 raised to 9, Newton per pascal is nothing but Newton per meter square. So it is in terms of meter square. We have to convert again this one into mm. So then E is equal to 195 into 10 raised to 9. If I want to convert this one, 1 meter is nothing but 1000 mm. 1000 is nothing but 10 raised to 3. So that is 10 raised to 3, square is there, square. Once I have done that, it will convert into Newton per mm square. Totally 10 raised to 6 here, 3 into 2, 6, 10 raised to 6, 9. So remaining is 10 raised to 3. That is E is equal to 195 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. Once you calculated this, next thing is we have to calculate stresses. To calculate stresses, this is section 1. For section 1, so what is the effective load which is acting on this section? So that we are going to calculate with the help of principle of superposition. So see, each section, if I take this section, what are the loads which are acting? So assume this is a section, so plane, which are acting left to this. Illinda ಯಾವ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಯಾವ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Only one is, that is 100 kilonewton. That is in this direction 100 is acting. Okay, so then here another plane, right side. So this is the right side of the section. So that is this one. Okay, how many loads are acting? which are present here. 300 is there, tensile, 250 compression. Then P4 it is the value just now we got, it is 50 kilonewton, that is also tensile. Write down that. Okay, 300 tensile, then 250 compression, then 50 tensile. So calculate. So 100 tensile in nature, which is equal to tensile again, which is equal to 300 minus 250 because it is compression, then again 50 tensile, then 100 is equal to, so calculate, you are going to get 100. So then P is equal to the effective load which is acting on this, it is 100 kilonewton. Use this value to find out stresses. Then sigma 1 is equal to what? P divided by A1. So P is equal to how much here? It is 100 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area is circular, pi by 4 into diameter is how much? It is 20 square. So then calculate this, you are going to get, after calculation you are going to get 318.3 Newton per mm square. Then after that, so for second section, okay, so we have to calculate what is the load, effective load which is acting on section 2. So just check. So exact agili ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಈ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಗೆ. Okay, so this is the one load which is acting on this, and the effective load which is the load which is acting exactly on this plane is, another one is 300. So write down that. First one 100 tensile in nature, 100, another one is compression, 300. Okay, so 300 again. Left to this 250 compression, then tensile P4 value is 50, tensile 50. So now calculate. So here 100 tensile minus 300, see here minus 300 compression in nature again, which is equal to 250 compression minus 250 again positive tensile in nature 50. Then calculate, minus 200 is equal to minus 200. Okay, the effective load is P is equal to here minus 200 kilonewton. So now calculate sigma 2 section, so stress in section 2, P divided by A2. What is the value of P? Minus 200 kilo, nothing but 10 raised to 3 divided by how much it is? Area, pi divided by 4. The diameter here it is 25 square. Then sigma 2 is equal to minus, after calculation, 407.43 Newton per mm square. Then after calculating this, third section. Okay, so this is the third section. Just check it, how many loads are acting which is with respect to this plane. 1, 2, 3. So 100 tensile, then minus 300, that is compression, then again tensile 250. Then here P4, only P4 is acting, that is 50. Okay, so just calculate effective load. So see here 100 tensile, again minus 300 compression plus 250, which is equal to 50 tensile. Then effective load is equal to, so calculate this, 50 is equal to 50, then P is equal to 50 kilonewton. Then calculate sigma 3, P divided by A3, P is equal to 50 into 10 raised to 3 pi by 4 into diameter here it is 15 mm, 15. After calculation, sigma 3 is equal to how much? You are going to get 232.94 Newton per mm square. Okay, so these are the stresses which are generated in each section. Now I am going to calculate elongation. Compute the total elongation. They ask total elongation is equal to, so total elongation is equal to delta L, delta L1 plus delta L2 plus delta L3. I don't know what is the value of delta L1, delta L2, delta L3. So I am going to find out delta L1. Delta L1 is equal to P1 L1 divided by A1. Just I am going to write E because it is made by a single material. How you going to know the value of Young's modulus here given only 195 gigapascal. That's why I am going to write E. So P1 divided by A1. Just now we calculated what it is. P divided by A1 nothing but P1 divided by A1 only. So that is sigma 1. I am going to write that is sigma 1 L1 divided by E. What is the value of sigma 1? So here 318.3. 318.3. Length of section 1 how much? 100. Substitute that value divided by Young's modulus is 195 into 10 raised to 3. Then here what is the value? After calculation you are going to get 0.163 mm. Okay. So similarly calculate delta L2. Delta L2 is equal to P2 L2 divided by A2 E. So P2 divided by A2 nothing but sigma 2. If I didn't calculated this value, okay, then you have to substitute directly here. What is the value of P2? What is the value of A2? Okay, so here because already we calculated, no need to substitute again and again. Just write sigma 2 L2 then E. What is the value of sigma 2? Here 407.43 Newton per minus 403.43 into length of section 2. It is, see here, 200 divided by Young's modulus, it is 195 into 10 raised to 3. So calculate this. What you are going to get? Minus 0.418. Okay, mm. Then delta L3. I am going to write directly sigma 3 then L3 divided by E. Sigma 3 value is 232.94 into L3 is equal to how much? 150. Okay, then divided by E, 195 into 10 raised to 3. So after calculation what you are going to get? You are going to get 0.218 mm. So what they asked? They asked delta L, not delta L1, delta L2, delta L3. Just substitute these values over here. What is the value of delta L1? Delta L is equal to, delta L1 value is 0.163. 0.163. What is the value of delta L2? It is minus 0.412. Minus 0.412. Then what is the value of delta L3? It is 0.214. 0.218, sorry. Okay. After calculation, how much you are going to get? Minus 0.37 mm. So this is the answer. Okay, thank you everyone. So try to solve more problem on principle of superposition. Definitely you are going to get a problem on this. Okay, thank you.